It's time to debate our early pre-season forward rankings in this edition of the Weekend Wash-Up.
Get around him! Get around him! Push up! Oh, and he's talking a bit of trash too!
What a joker.
He's coming off. Get him back off. Get him off. Come on. Rock it. We can't hear.
Disgusting! That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's giving me! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Yes, that's right. We're back again. As always, I'm your host, Matt Craig, and joining me is Jordan Manchetti and David Bushell. Boys, how are we?
Not bad, mate. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, pretty good. I'm very, very good. Yeah, keen to get stuck into this one.
Oh, I tell you, after being in this room in 40 degrees last time, this is a nice change of scenery.
Yeah, the evening session, bit of change of lighting and stuff like that. So
Yeah, we're testing a few things out here.
Yeah.
So the first episode is up on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
So the same as last year, but we're also debuting on YouTube in video format. If some people like to watch their podcasts.
Yeah.
And, that's fair enough.
a few expressions,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
I'm a big
get a bit
video
more of a
guy.
feel for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And it'll also give us a chance to be posting some reels and TikToks this year.
Yeah.
So we're expanding our horizons, and you can find us everywhere on the socials at The Weekend Wash-Up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, I think it's time for a bit of a forwards and rucks debate. Now, let's start with the big fellas, I reckon. Let's start with the rucks. We'll count them down. Give me your bottom. We've done a top 20 because, let's be honest, if you're using two rucks...
I won't lie.
David only got to 19,
Yeah,
so...
And that's fair enough. What I was going to say is if you're using two rucks in a draft league, you're a psycho. Let's face it.
Yeah, it's pretty... Yeah, that's grim.
Most leagues will only be using one ruck, and we don't really want to be picking backup rucks in
I
our
suppose
fantasy,
we should preface that with, if you've got like 10 guys in your league and stuff like that. If you've got,
if you've got
5 blokes or something, or 4.
20-man league, you're also in trouble.
Is this just pure rucks as well? There's
Yeah,
no ruck forwards to start?
No, we're starting with the rucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pure rucks.
Pure rucks.
Yeah, I haven't
lovely.
put old
Yep.
mate in there.
All right, start us off, Dave.
Well, you want to go 20 and 19?
Oh,
it's
okay.
not
Well,
worth
did you
it
not
really,
even
is
do
it?
it? I've
No.
got Sam Draper,
Okay.
and I've got our boy Baz Williams
Oh,
to
all right.
kick us off hot.
Yeah.
Bailey
Okay.
will be happy he's found himself in a list, I think.
You wanna-
I'll keep going.
yeah, keep
so,
going.
I mean, I've got Matt Flynn because I don't even know who's playing out of Flynn or Williams, but whoever does play, you can put him pretty safely in about 18th.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't worry about it. Reece Stanley at 17. Now, this is the first little bit of controversy, I suppose, but I've got Luke Jackson down at 16th.
Okay.
And then Big O at 15.
All right.
And so that Luke Jackson ranking was done before we had the Sean Darcy news.
Right.
Well, he's
which
not,
does-
not even in your list.
I just put him in the forwards.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
which I think
Yeah.
is fair,
That's,
right?
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I just said I had pure rucks. And
Yeah.
there I go.
If-
Luke
yeah.
Jackson. I probably got him in my forwards too.
If he solo rucks, are you tempted to run it back with Blanket? Because I probably would be.
Well,
I don't
if
think
he
he's going to
solo
be. I
rucks?
don't
If
think
he
he's going to be the
solo
solo
rucks.
ruck.
Tell me you wouldn't, David. You're a sucker for Luke.
Nah, absolutely wouldn't. He was nothing short of a disgrace last season in my side, and I won't be touching him.
No,
this season.
absolutely.
You're
So
good
off to a
mates with him,
fly.
though.
I've got 19 rucks.
Yeah, we are good mates, actually, yeah.
All right, give me your pure rucks. Like I did.
Yeah, 18, Bailey Williams.
Yep.
17, Draper. 16, Matt Flynn. I'll keep going. Oscar McInerney at 15, Big O.
We're in agreement.
Yep.
Sweeter at 14. Probably a bit harsh on Sweeter, but
He should be last.
I've just realised I've actually put Sweeter twice in my list.
Oh, we are absolutely killing it here.
2 positions apart.
Yeah,
We
two,
are
two
killing it
positions
here.
apart, yeah.
So is it 14 or 12?
I'll give him
What's
12.
it going to be?
I'll give him 12 because we've got Sean Darcy in at
Goodness
13
me.
and then Witsy in at 11. Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about this start, Jord?
Well,
We've come prepared.
should Sean Darcy be there? Isn't
Fucking hell.
He's got to be
He
in
might
there,
not
right?
make it out.
No. So he's got to be in there. So I've got Oscar McInerney at 15,
Yeah.
which you did as well.
Yeah.
I had Sean Darcy pre-injury at 14. So, look, I still wouldn't have picked him anyway, even if he was playing. I know
Yeah.
some people like the big fella, but not for me.
Who have you got at 13?
Big Rob. Riley O'Brien.
No Rob on your list.
Oh, no, Rob.
Oh my god.
So he's got two
Oh,
sweet. Well,
tell
maybe
ya.
That's
maybe
probably
the
why.
sweet
That's
was
probably
meant to
why.
be Rob.
That was on me.
He's
then.
got his Adelaide's mixed up.
Okay.
Happens,
All right.
you know.
To be honest, if
professional
you're picking Rob, you're in a bit of trouble, I reckon.
And if you're listening to this pod for advice, you're in a little bit of trouble as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I've got Sweeter at 12 as well. So there we go. We'll put Sweet at 12 for now.
Yeah.
Big Briggsy at 11.
Ooh, that's harsh.
I reckon that's harsh.
I know. That probably is harsh, but there's not many poor names above him. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of solid rucks, and I think,
Lloyd Meek.
yes.
Hey.
Briggsy came home
Show
like
a bit of
house
respect
fire,
on the
mate.
Meek.
I
mate.
would put some respect on Meekie. Dominated the elimination final.
Yeah, he's good.
Average 90.
Nah, couldn't agree more.
Young.
What Briggs
young
ended up
rucks.
averaging?
Oh, 90 as well.
90?
None of these guys are bad. I'm saying Briggs at 11, Meekie at 10 for me.
All right. Yeah.
But all these guys from Briggs onwards are 90 plus,
Yeah.
which that kind of tells you that maybe you can wait on your rucks in draft.
Maybe.
because
Yeah.
There's a lot of solid blokes out there.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, 10 I've got Meek. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I go 9, Brody Grundy. 8,
Okay.
Darcy Cameron. 7, the Nank. And 6 is Briggsy for me. So
Yeah. See, that's fair enough. I'm probably too low on Briggs because he could be better.
I reckon, because I think he averaged like low 90s.
Yeah,
He
and-
could
Yeah.
he go...
He
No.
had some big scores.
Yeah,
Like back
big
up
ones.
last
He could.
year.
But I
Saved
could-
me from the draft.
I
punishment,
could
as
say
well.
that. I could say that about most of these blokes though.
Yeah.
I reckon. So I've got Witsy at 9. Witsy
Okay.
at 9 for me. Nank at 8. So maybe I'm a little low on Nank.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it's about
I mean,
came home.
I've got him 7.
But yeah, then I've got Brody Grundy at 7. And I've got Darcy Cameron at 6. I think he flashed. He averaged about 100
Yeah.
in the last half of last season. I think he could be a sneaky one to push
Oh,
3 figures.
Could go.
this year.
Wow.
At least mid to high 90s. I think he's a good option.
Won't be
Interesting.
touching it. I don't think.
Oh, no. But, like, these are mostly draft. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Fantasy-wise, we're looking at 3 or 4 blokes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. You want to go your top
Yep.
5?
Yeah. So, look, let's not mess about. I've got DeConing at 5.
Yep. I actually
So-
do as well.
There you go. Like, I'm putting him above those other blokes who've been solid 90 guys, hoping that he can be solo ruck and push the 3 figures. If he's not solo ruck, and has the Pitbull just come out and kind of just sold himself to the media? Because he came out and's talking about how
Mr.
he's been
Worldwide.
learning, Mr. Worldwide, learning how to play full forward,
Yeah.
share the ruck duties.
Well-
Is he trying to talk that into existence, or is that what they're actually going to do?
Let's see how we go.
Which, look, I mean, we're going to find out in pre-season. So, DeConing could be higher, could be way lower.
Yeah.
Number 4, I've gone Max Gorn.
Oh.
But
Really?
I'm looking at the fact that, I assume we've got these in one of the 2 orders. Then I've got Tim English at 3.
Look,
Do I feel comfortable with that? Absolutely not.
I had
In fact, I'd probably flip them.
I had a little bit of intel that Tim English was looking pretty handy on the paddle courts on Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was in WA,
Good
wasn't
mail.
Yeah. So
Which is
Well, I mean, he does live here,
slightly, yeah, but it's slightly concerning that we're starting to ramp up pre-season and he's playing a bit of paddle.
apparently
High
looked,
intensity,
from all reports, he looked good.
He looked good.
Yeah, he was playing
fit.
well, hitting some good
Okay.
shots,
Get him in there, eh?
hitting them down the line.
Jeez,
nicely.
so my English at 3 was maybe low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe.
I doubt it.
Get
I
him
don't-
up there.
I mean, English gone. What can you do?
Yeah.
And then who have you got 2?
You know who I've got 2. Who have you got 2?
I've got Cherry.
Oh, that's a disgrace, David.
So you don't.
Yeah,
You've got Marshall too.
of course I got Ryan Marshall too. X-Man was clearly the best ruck last year.
I like Marshall.
Clearly the best ruck last year.
He was.
Last 5 of about 170.
Yeah.
I don't know, roughly. I think it was about 140.
Yeah.
Just dominant.
There's more concerns
Look,
with Rowan, right?
I might have put
Well,
Marshall in
in
at
the
1
X-Men.
just to wind this bloke up a little bit.
Yeah, I would have
Well.
done the same.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you've got a right to be upset. You were part of it.
What's my right to be upset?
The fact that I sold you on against Marshall last year.
Oh, yeah, well.
And
that's
any
my
other
fault
any,
for listening
anyone
to
else.
this podcast.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
So I do apologise for that. I got carried away last year.
Sweeter.
It's on me.
What can you do? What
But-
can you do? So Cherry's 1 and Marshall's 2. or interchange it.
Well, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
I mean, surely the stress. This was obviously you had that pre-stress fracture. You've got to.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
You've got to surely be thinking
Yeah, Cherry's
X-Man
my,
one now.
But
Cherries.
Rowan, mate, he fakes an injury here or there.
I know he has been.
Can be
wow.
costly.
He has been known to play it
Yeah.
up.
Wow.
Stress fracture
Stress
means
fracture.
180 first week.
No.
That's actually a
And I'll have
fucking
him
good
captain.
point.
I'm going to both. I'm going to the Twin Towers to start.
So you go on both.
Yeah, rob
Can we
the
go
rest of
both
my
in
team
fantasy? We
blind.
probably can.
Well, that would be an interesting strategy. It'd be a bold strategy cut.
Yeah.
Much
Look,
power.
I think we'll do a Rucks podcast closer to the season and maybe
and
look into that a bit closer.
I promise I'll actually have a full list.
Well, I know that wasn't a hot start from us, was it?
no, apologies there.
Big Jordan Sweet guy, mate. Had to get him in there twice.
I
Absolutely.
I just don't like Riley O'Brien. I think.
And that's fair enough too. All right, let's go to the forwards.
Yeah.
All right.
To finish off our early debate, and I'm sure we'll have a few more differences because I mean it's pretty easy to rank the Rucks.
Yeah,
Well,
I've got 45 forwards.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I'll give you my
You
bottom
can leave,
five
leave
forwards.
them off, mate. We don't
No,
need
no,
to
no,
hear.
no,
we don't
no.
need to hear that name.
We
at 50, I don't think.
absolutely need to hear them because at number 50, the man himself.
Oh yes,
The Wiz.
What was I doing?
Did you not have the whiz
No,
in there?
no,
I
no.
had to get the whiz in there.
Who
Oh my
wants to
God.
make the whiz?
No, you can't say that.
Fizz.
No, but
Get your
coming
whiz
into
fizz
his
out.
second
Get
year-
your whiz fizz out.
Coming into his second year. Oh, in jokes now. Fucking everyone's fucking cracking up to that one. About
Big
10
whiz
blokes.
fizz guy over here.
Yeah, he enjoys his whiz fist, does
Nothing
Matt?
wrong with a bit of whiz fizz. People are going to think you're suggesting something else too.
Oh no, legitimately likes the whiz fizz.
Only 30-year-old bloke still buy whiz fizz show bags from the Royal Show.
Well, I didn't buy it. But if I got gifted it to me, what's a man to do? It's good. I was about to say it's good gear. Let's move on before we get fucking cancelled.
Nick Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Watson. Any issues with the second year?
I actually rate
rookie?
it. He apparently
Dominated
pre-season
finals.
he's going really well.
Taking hangers.
That mark was cooked.
One of the best.
That is one of the best marks.
You're coming around on him because you're a bit of a
I
hater.
still don't like the bloke. Out of
We
principle,
were first on this, the Wiz.
you can't call yourself the whiz.
I didn't call myself the Wiz.
No, I'm just saying the whiz. You can't call yourself the whiz until
No.
you've shown something. You know.
Oh, you're talking about Nick.
I get it. He had a good first
And did he show
season,
something
but
in finals?
I'm not getting on that bandwagon. You've got him
Okay.
down there with bloody
Okay.
Hobbsy.
All right, let's move on. We're not picking the Wiz. Come on, let's be serious. But
Yeah.
a late draft flyer. I've got Hobbsy at 49 just because what happened to this bloke?
Yeah.
Like, he was dominating 2 years ago, and now who knows what happened last year. Tom Papley at 48, always a draft pick that will probably let you down.
Yeah.
I've got Jamie Cripps at 47. I shouldn't have included these blokes, should I? And I've got James Harms at 46.
Hobbsy.
Is he going to get a game?
No, probably not.
Is he still at the Dogs?
All
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
let me. All right, I'll give you some more relevant players here. 45, Cam Rayner.
Yeah, okay.
So, doesn't seem
that's-
like he's ever going to move into the midfield.
Yeah, I've put him in a
Um,
bit high there, I think.
Yeah, like stuck at full forward. I think gun player. I think we can all agree on, but I'm losing faith that he's ever going to be anything
He had a bit of a game in
in
the...
fantasy. Oh, he's capable of a game, no doubt. Hugo Hagen at 44, just because we've seen some young key forwards start to dominate.
Hugo Hagen at 44.
Yeah. Have you got him higher or
Is
not
he
got
going
him?
to be playing?
Is he not going to be playing?
Mate,
I think he's been a little bit off the rails
he's on-
pre-season.
he's he's on mental health leave.
Has he?
Yeah.
So, mate.
Is he not there?
No, he's been like,
He's not, I mean,
he's taking some time away from the game.
they're,
Oh, I'm learning things today.
yeah. They're
don't know.
hopeful. They're hopeful that he'll be all right to go, but I don't know
Right.
about the start of the season.
Also, a bit of indefinite leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe don't take
Okay.
the flyer on him at 45.
Okay, well, I mean, my thought was, I thought the bloke was showing flashes that he's going to be a superstar.
Last season, for sure.
And we've seen Curnow make the leap and average, 80 plus.
Yeah. Well,
So
fingers crossed.
if he plays,
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, for sure.
Don't do it, I think is the model of that one.
oh well,
I
I mean, I
reckon.
haven't looked into this enough. But
Yeah.
okay, all right, you can disagree. That's fine. Switter 43, Cozzy Pickett 42, and Georgiades 41.
Oh, nice.
Just a bit of a
Georgiades.
That's
flyer.
actually a bit of a good one.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that one.
We've seen key forwards be very draft relevant.
Yeah.
So not fantasy relevant,
It's big for
obviously,
draft.
but he could come good. I don't think he's going to get worse. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. All right. 45 for me. I've actually got Jamie Cripps.
Yeah, that's lucky from the sneak in.
44, I've got Phil Thorpe. 43, I've got Switkowski. 42, I've got Lukosius. 41, I've got Cozzy Pickett. And 40, I've got Langford.
Yeah.
And shall I move on?
Yeah, I've not got much to debate there.
39, Lipinski. 38, Zach Bailey. 37, Jack Ginnivan. 36, Josh Tracy. And 35, Brad Hill.
So the only one I'm a little bit higher on Zach Bailey, but
Yeah, it's probably fair.
But I'm also starting to lose faith in him ever being a fantasy guy as well.
Yeah, because he has shown...
Oh, he flashes it.
Yeah.
But I think he's locked into that graveyard half-forward role.
Yeah, because he's...
But unless your name's Dylan Moore, you struggle.
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough.
All right, you want to keep going?
So I've got... This can't be Jack Billings here. Is there another Billings? Why have I got Jack Billings there? Is he going to get a game? I don't know what I'm talking about with that one. Let's move on. Lipinski, 38.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I think we've got the same there.
Yeah, nice.
Langford, 37. Yeah. Brad Hill, 36. Then I've got Josh Rochelle, 35.
Okay.
I know you've had your ups and downs with him in keeper. He thinks he's a centre bounce midfielder. I don't think anyone else thinks he is.
Well, if he's not in there, he's not going to score well.
I don't have him on my list.
Yeah, and that's fair enough because he's probably going to play
I've
forward.
watched enough of him having keeper. If he's not in the middle, he just has those games.
Nah. And honestly, it's probably fair to not have him
I think
there.
these guys at this number in draft, with your forwards especially because it's going to be so grim, you want those guys that aren't going to score you
a
30.
Yeah.
Like, you almost want them to score you 65, 70.
Yeah, every week. Yeah.
You take 60 in the forward line late in draft, no doubt. I think what doing this list showed me is that the forwards are so thin.
Oh, they're horrific.
So in fantasy, they almost pick themselves. But in draft,
you might have to go early.
it's going to be, it's going to get ugly very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I've got Ginny at 34.
Okay.
I've got Neil Bullen at 33. New club, not really sure what's going to happen
Where'd
there.
he go?
I've got him much higher.
Where'd he go?
Crows.
Yeah.
Crows.
Yeah. So he's at Adelaide now.
Problem is they got so many.
I think he's still going to be in that same
midfielders,
role.
right?
Nah, there's no way he's going to go into the midfield.
Nah.
But I mean, look, he's solid. You take him there. He probably averages 70s. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah. So I've got Matt Kennedy at the Dogs at 32.
Yeah.
Which I know some people might have him higher. Crossing their fingers hoping he gets midfield time. But it's Bevo. It's the Dogs. Jack McRae couldn't get a bloody gig.
Yeah.
So do I have much hope for Matt Kennedy? Not
Yeah.
really. And then 31, I've got Jack Graham.
Yeah.
Who's another getting midfield clock, bit of a pre-season hype train here. Are people forgetting it's Jack Graham?
Yeah, I think...
And I'm just not sure what the bloke's ever done.
I think they are. I've actually... Yeah, I did
a
little bit of research
well, don't they?
On
Jack
we're not
Graham.
going to touch the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
His best season was an average of 78.5. I think that was in
that's
2021.
a good Richmond team, right?
Yeah, and then 7 games last year, he had over 50% CBAs and he averaged 76.
there you go. So
like,
you got a best case scenario. He's a mid-70s guy.
Like, how many CBAs is he going to get for West Coast?
Well, I think with his injuries to
he'll
start the
probably get
season,
quite a
he'll
few.
be in there.
State of that team, mate.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm not excited about it.
Okay, so, all right. 34 for me is Elijah Hollins. Had actually pretty solid season for the Blues. Played pretty much every game, I reckon. And, he'll be solid. Sam Darcy, another pre-season on the belt. Maybe could take the next step. So,
Yes.
see how he goes.
Okay.
I reckon he might be a bit higher.
I'm strongly disagreeing with these two so far.
Yeah.
I
reckon
reckon
it's Sam-
I reckon
Give
Sam
me your last
Darcy
couple.
could push.
I'm a bit harsh. Cam Rayner, I've got 32, so that probably a bit of a stinker. 31, I've got Jake the Snake Waterman.
Yep.
And then
Fair enough.
30, I've got Jai Simkin.
Oh,
Jai.
some big variances on a couple there.
All right, so we've got a few to debate here.
Yeah.
So
Go on, hit me.
Well, I've got Elijah Hollins.
Actually, you've got Jai Simpkin twice.
Oh,
Again.
we've got
So 30th and 24th.
No wonder there's so many blokes not in his list.
I've got some issues with my sheet here.
Look,
early pre-season rankings.
We can come back to.
Someone's jumped into my spreadsheet
someone's
here
edited
and
it.
I've
Someone's
dogged me out.
Oh, okay.
Definitely me.
All right, let's talk about the blokes that we've not got twice.
Yeah.
Elijah Hollins. I thought like he was pushing up the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's high half forward, like pushing wing. But he was very good last year for Carlton.
Was it? Yeah.
I swear he got some midfield.
Wasn't there talk of Holland's going to halfback? Or is that the
No,
other
this is sorry. That's Ollie.
Ollie,
Yeah.
okay.
So Elijah, was he playing that sort of Kane Lambert sort of high half forward role, come in and help the mids on sort of defense?
See, this is hard for me to talk about because I
Have
I've
no
got
idea.
Carlton.
Yeah.
But I feel like I remember him having some midfield clock at some point. But I had
he
him
didn't
I had
have
him
that
in
much,
keeper,
though.
and he scored well. I think he averaged high 70s.
Yeah, so he's
and he's a young kid. He's going to play.
yeah. So you've got him much higher.
Yeah, I think you can safely take a flyer on him over a lot of the
Camarena.
blokes. Yeah, a lot of the blokes you've got ranked around him for sure.
With Walsh out as well.
But yeah,
Might get some
yeah,
more
that's
time
true.
in
But I mean, Sam Darcy is the biggest one.
I'm pretty high on him.
He was pretty dominant
I
last
think he
year.
averaged like, what, 76,
Oh,
77?
High 70s.
And a few like big games, like
A few
90
big
plus.
games.
Yeah.
Was pushing an average of 80 already.
Kicks the odd bag.
He's not getting any worse.
No,
In fact,
no.
if anything, he's probably going to be a top 2 or 3 forward in the comp.
I was looking at
pretty
some
quickly.
dynasty rankings and they had him as like a top 3 forward.
If I was playing Dynasty, I would be wanting... Because he's going to keep his forward status
Yep.
for you.
Yep.
And I can't see him
He's a
averaging
beast.
less than 80. Pinching in the ruck, dominating. So I've got him ranked at 20.
Is he cheap in Classic? Or we don't know.
He's priced at high 70s.
So, yeah,
I'm not
okay.
doing it in Classic.
Nah.
But draft, absolutely. I think you can take a flyer on him. I'll keep going with my rankings here. I've got Toby Green at 29. He just kind of gets it done for you. Waterman at 28. Same thing. I've got Darcy Wilson at 27, who has poked his head into my Classic team.
You've both got him at 27.
Okay, there you go. He's poked his head because at around this mark, I've got them averaging about 80.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Interesting.
maybe high 70s, like pushing 80. But I thought he was good. He was good last year. Are you blokes right?
I'm just checking I've got his right rankings because he's going through prior copies.
Yeah, I was just trying to
Just
find
ignore me.
who I had
Sorry.
seated instead.
Give me something, boys.
Who did the Darcy? Sorry, mate. What are you saying?
Oh, sorry. I was just talking about Darcy Wilson.
Well, no wonder we tuned out.
Oh, jeez.
You're yawning about Darcy Wilson.
Next.
No, I saw a photo of him pre-season and he was looking fucking ripped.
Jacked.
He's looking
Yeah.
fit.
Nah, I actually had, just wonder if there is a chance that he might push on this season.
So,
because
look-
he was on a wing.
Yeah.
But will he? He's mentioned
Nah.
that he'll probably stay on that wing.
I
won't he?
assume he's still going to be a wing, but he's going to be fitter. He's
He
going to be
scored
because
well
he had a
like
few.
first half and probably just got that.
He averaged like
Burned out a
70s,
bit,
and I
right?
think he burned out. He
Yeah.
had some shockers, like
Definitely
some
worth a
30s.
pick.
But I think this year, if we get rid of those 30s, he could push into the 80s. So
Definitely worth a pick.
I like him. Josh Tracy,
Yes.
big kahuna.
Yeah, I
like
like
him
that.
at 26. And Charlie Curnow at 25. I think you can safely take those key forwards in draft.
Curnow injured, right?
Not sure.
I really should catch
I'm
up on these
pretty
injuries.
sure Curnow is injured.
Okay, I'll let you just double check if he's injured. If he's fit, I've just got him as that safe, kind of forward pick.
you
It's
probably
a safe draft pick.
even
You
if
don't pick
he-
him if he's injured.
I'm
if
sure he's
fit,
not like out for the season injured kind of thing. So
You do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had Keys 29. Keezer.
Yep. Yep. I've got him. I've got him around the back.
28. I had Hogues. So going
Yep.
back to that sort of what with Curnow, similar.
Yep.
Yeah. Then Darcy Wilson, same as you, 27.
Yep.
I actually had Elijah Hewitt at 26.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I had Matt Kennedy 25. So
Okay, sell me a little bit on Elijah Hewitt then, because I don't have him ranked, but I'm a
you don't have
massive.
him ranked.
So I'm a massive.
I wouldn't have him
Well,
ranked.
because I did these. Like this is from before Yo went down, and now we're getting word that he's getting like inside mid.
Yeah, that's the way I
So
see
that
it.
definitely changes. And I'm a massive Elijah Hewitt fan, but even then,
Injury.
A, injury, and
And
B, the
is he-
bloke's never averaged. He's averaged 50 for
Well,
his
he's
career.
played like 3 games.
I know, but
I don't know. The way I look at it is the role's there, so they'll give him every chance as well. So, look, maybe I probably should have had him a bit lower
No,
over
yeah,
the likes
Fight back, mate.
No, I mean, I agree that he probably should be a bit lower, but to not have him listed at all is very harsh.
Yes, I should have ranked him.
Yeah. I think I do think the fact that he's getting 100% get CBAs and a fair few of them is a big.
He's locked in my fantasy
Probably
team.
a
Obviously.
big year for him.
He's
as
locked
to
in
whether or
everybody's
not,
fantasy team,
like,
and
he's
yes, I
gonna
agree.
make it with the Eagles.
Well,
Don't you
because I've been his biggest fan.
Yeah, and I don't see it.
He's really well
personally,
rated.
but-
So.
Well, every time he plays, I see it. I've just seen him play like 5 times.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
fingers crossed.
Okay, I will keep going.
Yeah.
I've got Jai Singleton at 24 for the second time.
So do you want him at 24 or
is-
30?
He deserves
This
to be
is
at 30, to
insane.
be honest. Connor McDonald at 23, Jack Graham 22. Yeah, so look, it's similar to Hewitt in that sense of he's going to have the CBAs. So I don't know. 22 is probably a bit kind though.
It's a bit aggressive, maybe, but hey, midfield clock.
Yeah, look, he's not a great player. Shai Bolton 21.
Ooh.
And then I've got Alex
Okay.
Neil-Bullen at 20, which is, I think, quite a big difference from what you had.
Yes.
I just figure new club. He actually averaged 79 last season, so I think he could be solid, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Safe, I
Yeah.
reckon.
No, I agree with that. I don't see him getting midfield time.
No.
Or scoring, improving at the Crows. I see him as like a mid-70s guy.
Yeah.
But
Maybe.
Like that's fair enough. I think I'd take a few of those key forwards ahead of him though. Because they often have that high ceiling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
but
pump
he
out.
had a few
matchup.
massive games last year.
Neil Bullen.
Yeah, 100
Yeah,
pluses.
but he had a few like games in the midfield doing some tagging roles.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
But
then.
yeah, look, I haven't
Unless you
studied
just
too much
full
in it.
tagger at Adelaide. Just
Yeah.
racks
Alex
them
Neil
up.
Bullen. I don't think we have to worry about him too much. I've got Keezer at 24.
Love
Yeah,
that.
we love him
Yep.
here. Hogues at 23. Same thing. I've got a bit of a bias to key forwards.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, Holland's at 22, as we've spoken about. I've got Sean Manor,
The Man of War.
the man of war,
What a guy.
at 21. Now, I've noticed you haven't mentioned him yet. Have you got him higher?
Slightly higher.
Yeah, which is honestly fair enough. Like, you could go slightly higher. But I'm a big fan.
Well, the Man of War, including finals, averaged 84 when he returned to the team from
There you
round
go.
17
Yeah,
onwards.
There you
So-
go.
That's
And it was
right,
a
isn't
piss
it?
take what was going on at the start of the season. Like, he didn't deserve that.
Yeah, so I think, he played
Well, you
one or
don't
two
keep
games and then...
6 snags and have how many touches in a VFL grand final if you're not a gun.
Yeah,
Isn't he like the VFL GOAT?
Oh,
Yeah.
he absolutely dominates.
Yeah.
And he started dominating Finch Geelong,
Yeah.
which was no surprise to anyone in the fantasy community.
so he could go again.
Yeah, I think he could go one,
Could go a
one
bit
higher
higher
again.
than as well. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Bold fantasy pick, but you could do it. Darcy, I got at 20, as we spoke about. I'll keep going. Harry Mackay at 19.
Yeah, okay.
Again, like little key forward bias, but I think he's a pretty good scorer at this point. I've got Luke Parker at 18.
Oh, I
That
was
was-
much higher.
Yes, which, like, it's going to come down to how much midfield clock is he getting.
100%.
'Cause
100%.
If he's not getting midfield clock,
Yeah.
he's probably not in the top 30 or 40.
Yeah.
But he's a bloke that scored well before, and so I've kind of split the difference there a little
Fair
bit.
enough.
Okay. We'll see in pre-season. I'm not going to argue with you if you have him higher. 'Cause
Yeah.
If he gets that midfield role, yeah, he could be very good.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
he's just one of those guys, I reckon,
deny
like,
that.
he's probably worth a punt, I'd say. A bit higher.
Yeah.
He is.
Is what I would
Yeah.
say.
But it's also, I would say, it's a risk. Because A, you've got injury. B, bit of a head case. You've got suspension.
yeah, okay.
And
He,
then
he
C,
can belt
is
the
he gonna
bloke. Yeah.
is he going to get the role?
Yeah.
So there's enough question marks for me to bump him down a little. But
Okay.
you're right. The ceiling is there.
Okay.
Mason Wood, the bit of a full forward, but can push up the
Mason
ground.
Wood.
Fantasy
Never
kid.
forget. Wow.
How did that happen? Mason Wood in your fantasy team. That's
Man,
insane.
I think I
You literally didn't even know
I think
where
I
he was
softly accidentally managed to convince a couple people to get him in as well.
You thought he was on the wing.
He was on the wing.
But
sure
he
Nat
just
got
he
him in
dominated
for
out the
sure.
cage against the Eagles.
No, he was on the wing. They pushed him up, mate. He was on the wing. He was great.
Anyway, I saw him dominate the Eagles out the cage. He's a good player, gun player. I had him at 16 in the rucks, and I got him here again, Luke Jackson, at 16.
Oh, do ya? Double
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, so
okay.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got him as a high 70, like low 80s guy with ceiling that if it all came together,
Yeah.
he could jump
Could
up.
go
I just don't
big.
think it's going to
Never
happen.
again. Never again.
Oh, you
In
so
the
you
draft?
went there.
yes. Well, just in general.
No, you
Think
went
you
there
got burnt
last
by
year.
him. I got burnt by him.
You both
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't
Nah.
listen.
It's gutsy. It's
Even when he
gutsy.
rucked, he was scoring like 85. So it's just
Oh,
like,
he wasn't good anyway.
nah.
Yeah. I think you'll see Liam Reedy rucking to start the season anyway. That's kind of what it's sounding like.
Yeah.
Even without Big Das. So
Interesting.
it's a pass for me.
Yeah,
but in draft, there's a bit of a ceiling.
Yeah,
there,
that's true.
if you want to take a flyer.
That's
because
a fair-
apparently
It's
he
a
did
double
dominate the
don't
match.
for me.
sim.
Just 2 X's. No draft, no classic, never again.
Yeah, and I'm not going to argue with you there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few people in that boat as well.
Oh yeah, it's burnt some people.
Yeah. Okay. So, Neil Bullen at 20, obviously, and then Sean Manor, the man wore at 19.
Yeah, I like it.
I had Mackay at 18, and his good pal Charlie Curnow at 17, and then I had Toby Green at 16, and then I had at 15 Mason Wood.
Yes. Yep. No, I like all these.
14, I've got Graham Maz.
You've got Gryan at 14. Okay.
Messi.
Grand Mass.
Or,
Leo.
and then
Yep.
13, I've got Jez Cameron. And then 12, I had Luke Jackson. So, yeah, as we sort of said, it's a tough one. Will he go well with Darcy out? I'm not sure. If Reedy's rucking now, I'm not.
Yeah.
But if there's 2 rucks, he's kind of a crap pick.
It's one of those things in
And he's
draft
probably
where
lower.
if you take him as a forward and your ruck goes down, you're not totally
You're not totally screwed.
screwed. So I think scoring wise, that's probably a bit higher.
Yeah.
But I can see why in draft you take him, because if your main ruck goes down in draft, we saw the bottom of those ruck rankings.
Yeah.
It can get ugly if you're going to the waivers. So
Yeah.
David's notes here just say Luke Jackson, he's a crap pick.
Yeah.
and well, I've completely agree
He's
with
a
that. Don't pick him in
crappy.
fantasy, please.
Um,
Don't.
Yeah, 11, I have Riley Sanders. So lots of talk of him taking the next step this year.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
If he has a role in pre-season games, where we may have to lock and load this, and
Well,
the
but
rank
He
may
did
need
that
to go
last.
higher.
He did that last year though.
No,
Remember
but
he was dominating preseason, and then you
Yeah.
got
Was
Bevo.
he-
Quit
did-
round one.
and he dominated
First season.
He dominated when he was first playing in the middle. Like he was scoring 80s.
Yeah, but
early.
Bevo.
And then there was that one game where Bevo just completely lost the plot.
Yeah, tragic.
Sanders had a shocking kick at some time in the third quarter.
Yeah.
He was on about 60 odd midway through the third.
Yeah.
Borderline tracking for a ton. And Bevo says, "Nah,
sub him out.
we're going to make the 19-year-old kid or 18-year-old kid the example here and sub him out with a bunch of bloody passengers running about."
Hey, mate, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah, he might be a naughty boy, mate.
Look, yes.
He might
There
have
could be something else
abused
happening,
him.
but I just remember it was outrageous at the time.
Yeah, no,
the
it
commentators on TV was saying, I lost my head a bit. I think everyone in the fantasy community lost their heads a bit.
I think you
I
definitely
think
lost your head.
you were playing. I think you were playing footy at the time, and I was just
not good.
ropeable.
What do you think of Sanders at 11 there then?
Well, so I've got him at 13,
Okay.
and I've had him in my fantasy team from pretty much
So classic,
day one.
classic we're saying,
You can absolutely do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if he's playing and even getting 40, 50% centre bounces, he averages 80 without trying.
Yeah.
He was averaging 70 non-vest last year,
yeah, especially
including getting thrown around.
especially to start with Treloar out.
And you've got Treloar out, which
Yeah.
that just makes it easier.
Yeah.
So
He'll
now,
go up in price, guaranteed.
and
it's
the thing
almost-
is,
almost
we're going
a
to
must-have.
see pre-season, and if he's in the guts in pre-season,
You got to do it.
the whole. And
Yeah.
the other thing is, Philippou went down, who's slightly higher in my rankings.
Yeah, he's slightly higher in mine. I might have to drop him.
But of course, now he's out, so
Yeah.
he was a direct swap to Sanders. Same
Yeah,
amount
I think
of
it's
cash.
got to be
so
right. Kind of have to.
I'll be shocked if he is not highly, highly selected as we go into round one. So I got Shea Bolton at 15. It sounds like he's going to be forward though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He had some midfield clock at. So he's probably going to be that break glass in case of emergency, or you throw him in for a few, maybe if you're losing. But I'm a little concerned.
I wouldn't. Yeah, when he's forward, it's.
Well,
pretty-
absolutely, you're not picking him in classic, no way.
Nah,
But
even draft.
as
we've both
as
had
an
him.
owner and keeper, who I traded you NWM for, what an absolute
Wait,
howler!
What?
Yes.
I now have NWA.
You now have him doing.
Yeah,
I got
he's
Nando.
been doing the rounds.
No Anderson. Yeah. Wet
Yeah.
rag.
So you turned Shai Bolton into Noah Anderson.
Yeah.
Well done.
Just turn the
Genius
rest of my
coach.
team into shit.
Yeah.
That's the
So
problem.
look, I'm a bit concerned with him there. Jai Simpkin at 14, but it also sounds like he's not really in the middle. So
So
I
you
mean,
could be at 30,
he
you could be at 24.
He could
It's a lot
be-
of these guys, right? They're either 10 or 40.
Yeah, I think that's a little aggressive for Chai. He's no good. I've got Rankin. Yeah, you've botched it.
That's right. Ducky's got him at 14-1, so
You've botched it. Sanders at 13. I've got Isaac Rankin at 12. Where have you got him?
Isaac Rankin, I have
10.
at 10, yeah.
Yeah, from pre-season reports, not only is he training the house there now, he's back from the hammy. He's pure guts from the sounds
believe
of
it
things.
when I see it.
I'll believe pure
Pre-season.
guts when I see it.
Pre-season, please.
You're probably going to see more like 50% centre bounces than
But
like
is that
80.
enough?
But well, that
all
is
you need is
enough.
80, right?
In Classic?
Because they need that
Is he
speed
value?
in there.
Was he like 8?
You can do it. Yeah. Like you need him to average 90? If you're getting centre bounces, if you're getting 40 plus
Do you
percent
see
centre
Isaac
bounces, I'd
ranking
pick him.
averaging 90?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. Because I think he's getting some midfield clock.
Yeah, he could.
More
I
than
think he
last
could
year.
as well.
And when he was in the midfield last year, he did score. So it's
Yeah.
purely a case of role for me here. So
But they got a lot
12
of guys, a lot of
middle
mouths to feed.
I know
They have a lot of mouths to feed.
they've got some poor mouths to feed. Come on.
There's not many players like Rankin. He's the only
They've
player
got a
like
lot
that
of,
in their team.
You know,
They've got a lot of just guys who
I don't
do
want to
the
call
exact
them
same.
plotters, but let's face it.
Something to think about when
Let's face it. Wow.
Like, come on.
it's not a great ball club, are they?
Wow,
No.
wow.
No.
They'll be down there
There's
with
a
the
reason
Eagles.
that they're not making finals.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
face it.
Dawson's all right.
Get Neil Pullen in there.
Yeah, I've got Grind Messi at 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Jez Cameron at 10.
Oh, yeah.
Always gets it done.
Get him up there.
I've got Liam Baker starting inside my top 10 at 9. Sounds like he's half back.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get thrown forward. He was never going to get thrown in the middle. But Liam Baker at half back
It's
in a
juicy.
potentially fantasy-friendly role.
Juicy.
Sounds like Duggan's in the middle as well.
It's
Obviously, Widow's out now. So who's taking kick-ins?
it's got to be Baker.
Because
right?
if Baker's on kick-ins, playing half-back,
It's got to be Baker.
then he could go from kind of wilderness, like he's a bit of a pod at the moment,
Yeah.
into like lock. Because where's the ball spending 90% of the game?
Oh, so you reckon
not wrong.
those kick-ins will just like
Well, if he's getting kick-ins, that makes him a lock for me.
Cubs still
If he's not
gets a
getting
few
kick-ins, probably
right?
not. Yeah, you're right. But I think
it's a wait
Baker's
and see,
pre-season
really,
role
isn't it?
is absolutely one
Yeah.
to watch because I'm
apparently
a little
he
excited.
has been like in those match teams he's been best on
Well,
and stuff.
So someone made a really good point on Twitter the other day where they said, so you've got a bottom four side.
Someone making a good point on Twitter. Oof.
Yeah, rare.
It's rare.
You've got a bottom four side though, playing a match sim where you've got 44 blokes playing.
Yeah.
So your A team is playing your bottom 22 players of a bottom four side.
Which is
So-
probably one of the worst waffle teams.
Oh, not even a waffle team.
Yeah.
So absolutely, if Liam Baker wasn't dominating, I'd be bloody concerned.
Yeah,
Elijah
you'd hope
Hewitt
so.
Given the
probably
pick that
dominating.
we gave up.
Well, that's why it's a bit concerning that there's not much talk about Bo Allen.
Oh, don't let's not open that can
Yeah.
of worms. But
Sorry.
yeah, So look, he should be dominating,
Yeah.
but it sounds like he is.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that pans out in pre-season.
We're on.
8, I've got Connor McDonald.
C-Mac, that's
Wow.
a big gap. 23 to
McDonald.
8.
Well, he came home like an absolute freight train.
He did. He
Now-
found out how to get to the ton.
So
he didn't look back.
I said like my rankings from let's say about 25 through to about the top 10
Probably fair.
are all in the 80 to 85 range. So I didn't have. Now I'd probably
wouldn't
push
have him
Baker
that
a bit
high.
higher. I've got him as an 85 guy there,
Yeah.
roughly.
You're telling me, you're telling me
he's
Rankins
young.
can
He's got
average 90.
upside. He's dominated. Well, and I said I should probably have him high.
I'll tell you, he had a game, son, against Port in the last final.
I know.
He's beast.
He's dominant. He's like a Dylan. He's a bit of a Dylan
He's got
Moore.
that in him though, doesn't
He's a
he?
bit of a Dylan Moore
Mate,
2.0.
You guys are right, though. His second half of the season
Yep.
was as good as it gets.
So I've confidently got him in my top
He's a good
10.
player.
I'm pretty happy with him there, to be honest.
Yeah. It's
I'd probably have him at 15 odd, but
yeah,
Yeah,
15.
personally.
That's
yeah.
fair enough. We'll split the difference. 7,
It's got a cheeky smirk.
Brent.
Oh.
Low potentially for our boy Brent.
Yeah, I don't like. No 7.
Oh, 7.
I've
Both
actually
got him 7.
You've got him 7 as well? Okay.
The
Look,
mutant.
Just
it would have been bold.
outside.
It would have been bold to put him ahead of
In
a few of the blokes.
in the top 6.
Up above him. But yeah, look, we love our man Brent.
Oh,
I don't know if he's going to see that continue mid-clock next season, but who knows?
Mate,
And if he does,
he's going in the team.
David's going to be a bit of a man crush on the
he's
old
going in your
Daniels,
fantasy
isn't he?
team.
In the Classic.
Yeah,
What was that? What was
You're
that?
goddamn
What
right.
was that score last year?
171.
his last 5.
It was the most
so
insane
funny.
game.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
watching it. He took the absolute
Oh,
Michael.
he dominated.
It was insane.
You were right on that all along.
yeah.
Kudos to you.
Well, look.
So
he's
look,
probably,
I've got him at 7.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's fair.
It-
But hey, if he's getting midfield club,
I think 7's... Oh, yeah, that's good.
He's got the ceiling.
Yeah.
yeah, Paul, we know he's got the ceiling.
Oh, yeah. Has he ever?
Yeah, and at 6, I had Philippou, who is obviously
David.
now unfortunately missing the start of the year.
I also have him there, and it's what, 10 to
that's gonna be a tough one in draft.
10 to 14.
Yeah, I don't know when
Yeah.
this was.
So
This
he's
was
coming-
Jan 27th. So
Got to be keeper.
So
12
he's-
weeks.
Yeah, so you're probably looking at mid-season. So as fantasy, it's probably a nice little downgrade around the buys. Draft is going to be a tough one.
Oh,
That's a
that is
shame.
hard.
Because he was
'Cause-
starting to find his feet. And this could
I mean,
set
if you
him
can make
back a bit, eh?
finals,
Classic. That's so juicy though for
because
us.
he was pure midfield. He was going to be a pure mid. Like he was training the house down in the guts. Was 100 average mid when he was in there last year.
Remember last year when his manager came out?
Oh,
It was like
Yeah.
complaining and he'd been stinking up and they bring him in and he just dominates. It's
well,
just
because
like
he
such
had
a
that game where he
flex.
scored 10, and I think we were quite harsh on him.
Oh,
on
we-
the pod.
I mean, he
Yeah,
scored
we
10,
had-
mate.
He had one touch.
No,
Li-
we torn.
Little did we know it wasn't
bad.
it wasn't his footballing ability. I think he just spat the chips, spat the
Yeah,
dummy,
true.
and said, "Nah, get me in the middle, boys."
Little pro clubs moment.
Which-
Get me off.
I mean, that's the trick. If you're playing in a shit role that you don't like, don't do a good job of it.
Yeah.
And then when you get the good role, step up.
That is such a munted mindset.
That makes sense.
do not
It's a
try.
perfect
that
fantasy
is
mindset.
this bloke's
Ducky.
mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's disgraceful, really.
Fair weather footballer.
Go on, mate. Give me your top 10 to 5.
Yeah, Rankin's 10.
Yeah.
So already spoken about him. 9, I've got Luke Parker. Yeah, so spoken about him. Yeah,
Yep.
if he has those CBAs. I don't know what percentage you'd want to see to pick him in that top 10 forwards, but around the 50% mark you'd be enjoying.
And what does he need
Wouldn't
to average
consider
80?
it if he didn't.
Wouldn't be a whole lot, would it?
No, I reckon like
Yeah.
30% even. So, yeah.
I'm not as much of a fan.
Liam Baker in at 8.
Yeah.
And then I've got Daniels and Philippou at 7 and 6.
Like
so
it.
Not much to say there, really.
All right, give me your top 5. Now, let's preface this with, this is the easiest line to pick in fantasy, maybe of all time.
I think the top
Maybe of all
5 is
time.
easy, but where do
what
you
order?
rank them?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously in draft, it's a little bit different because you need to order them because when do you pick them?
Yeah.
In fantasy, I think we at least lock 4 of these blokes in without even thinking about it, and I've got all 5.
All right. So
Easy.
Who have you got at 5?
Dylan Moore.
Who have you got at 5?
Caleb Daniel.
I've got Dylan Moore there. I think his consistency. I mean, you've got him higher than me, right?
No, I've
One higher.
I'd more at 4.
Caleb Daniels.
So Caleb Daniel is the biggest discrepancy here.
Okay.
So David has him at 2,
Yeah.
and you have him at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a significant difference.
Two's a pretty
my
bold call.
My 2, I've got averaging easy low hundreds, pushing 105.
Yeah.
So you think Caleb Daniel's going 100 plus?
He could. I think he
No,
could.
I want to hear. You put him 2, mate.
I'm
I want to
saying
hear
he
he
could,
will.
man.
I want
Like,
to hear right now.
I
Caleb
think,
Daniel will average 100 plus.
I think he will.
I reckon he's just as
Nice.
likely as Jack McRae.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
That's the way I look at it.
No.
Yeah.
I think McRae.
Zach Fisher almost bloody average.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. I've
Yeah.
literally
In
got
that
that here.
role,
I've
right?
got a lot of so obviously in those match sims or whatever we're calling them, Daniel. They've been looking to get the ball in Daniel's hands pretty much no matter what. And then, as you literally just said, Fisher. The fact that Zach Fisher scored like big scores in this role, you have to think that Daniel goes really well too.
Oh, you lock him in, and he's
They've-
like 500k in fantasy. That's a
Yeah,
a
they've
lot.
brought him.
Don't
They've
even
brought
think
him
about it.
over for a reason. He's not.
and it's a dirty reason.
It actually is. Hey,
It's going to be a disgusting role.
Look,
God, how good
Daniel
a North to
McRae.
watch.
It's it's going to be beautiful. But
Yeah.
I honestly, I really like Daniel. So
No. So, do we agree on 3? JHF?
No, you don't.
I've got him 4.
You got him 4.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
And David has Jack McRae at 3.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've got Jack McRae at 1.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm more confident on Jack McRae than my number 2, Baz Lenker, Bailey Smith.
Are you?
Yeah. Who, like, Smith will be in the middle. I said I've got, like, Smith's going to be, like, 103, let's say.
Okay.
That's almost conservative because he was, like, a 110 guy at the Dogs.
Sure, yeah.
So if he's fit and in the guts full time, he's going to be disgusting.
McRae at 1.
He's also coming
He
off
is
an
not-
ACL, right, as well.
He's...
Baz.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Have you seen what he carries around? Got to weigh him down a bit.
Yeah. Well, if you do one ACL when you got 3, it doesn't matter, does
You
it?
got a formula for that and affect his fantasy scoring? But no, Jack McRae is going to be in the guts full time for the Saints. Brad Crouch is retired. You okay? Just pull it together, mate.
No, I'm fine.
So you, what do you think? He's not going to be in the guts?
Mate, I've got him 3.
No. This is a guy who averaged.
Yes, but he's
This is a
also
guy
old
who
and
averaged.
slow.
No. He's
Nah.
Bevo's
Yeah.
fooled you. Bevo's
he's
fooled
30.
you.
Yeah, but he's slow.
No, Bevo has fooled everyone into thinking Jack McRae is washed.
He's slow,
He
mate.
was full head tilt. He was sooking.
I don't need Bevo to tell me when
The
I watch
last-
him running on a screen, it's really slow.
No. The last 2 years,
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet, and I'll bet it with this rank, and I'll bet it with where I draft him, that he's just been sooking and head tilting because he wants to play in the middle, and Bevo's not letting him. He's going to come out.
So we've got a Philippou playing forward
and
situation.
he was a 120 dude the last time he was pure mid.
Imagine if he went like...
He's gonna be-
Imagine if he was like 110 plus.
Yeah, he's going to be 110 plus.
I don't
Are
reckon.
you that...
No,
you
I
say-
don't reckon.
Jack McRae is
Wait,
going to be.
I'll take that bet.
Say it.
I'll bet Jack McRae 105 plus, no doubt. I'm saying I think he's going to be 110.
For the whole season.
Yeah.
110.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Wow.
Should we,
I'm
should we put a little wager on this?
I'll wager on 105 if you want to do that. I'm so confident.
You just said 110.
Well, I said that's what I think he's going to average.
He's
not-
I said 105 plus guaranteed.
Okay, what about 107 and a half? Do that.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
do
split the
that.
difference.
I'll do that.
For what?
We'll work it out off.
Yeah.
off
We'll
podcast.
figure it out. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Right.
I'm saying, yep, Jack McRae to absolutely dominate.
Average
Might
over
only be-
107.
We're all
half.
picking him in fantasy. That's not the point. But in draft, I will be willing
Yeah.
to go aggressive.
Well, I actually...
which you're going to have to.
I actually looked at some stats on Jack McRae
Mm-hmm.
since 2022, which is obviously a few years now.
Since he's been sulking.
In games with over 50% CBA, which has been 29 games, his average is 104.
Yeah.
2023 had 11 games with above 40% CBA and averaged 98 across
but
those.
Bet's looking good.
But so that's
Unders.
40%, 50%. I'm not saying he's going to be 40.
No, you're saying he's going to be
I'm
like
saying
70.
he's going to be 70% plus.
Yeah.
And if you went and did the stats of 70% plus, we'll come back
It'll be dark.
with and we'll say that in the forwards pod. I think it's going to be
It'd be
pretty
massive.
disgraceful.
It'd
Yeah.
be massive.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go against this one.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
I respect
Bevo
it.
may
I'm,
have pulled the wool across my eyes.
I'm
but
happy
So
to
what-
go on the
where
line.
would you have
I'll
McRae?
ride with Jack this
Would
year.
you have him top? You'd have
I'd have probably 3. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have it 1. But
Yeah.
then again,
You're still
it's
saying
probably
he's
a
gonna be
coin
good.
toss on the top 3 to 4 or 5 guys, right?
Well, I'm saying it's not.
Yeah. Okay. Who? All right.
I
so-
didn't say what I
Yeah.
think JHF is going to average. I think
yeah,
it's
the
going to
only
be
one we
like
haven't
high
spoken
90s,
about is
pushing
Horn
100.
Francis.
Sounds like he's built his tank a
I
little
had
bit.
him a bit higher, and then I dropped. I don't know, like.
Yeah. He's going to be more midfield than he was last year,
Yeah, you
where he
reckon?
averaged 90.
Okay.
I think he's a safe.
A lot of
the
mouths
people,
to feed.
People are overthinking not picking him.
Oh, in classic.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
massively.
think
He's locked in
they'll
classic,
watch
right?
him in that first round, have 70% CBAs, go full forward, kick 2 snags,
It's a bit
and
of
have
a
120.
It's a bit of an Isaac Heaney
Yeah,
job.
it's a massive
Yeah,
Isaac
true,
Heaney.
true.
And
Don't-
people don't not pick a weasel.
Don't
Can-
do it
can
to
he
yourself.
It's going to be a weasel.
Can he
some
push
people.
Will Drew out of that midfield?
Oh, you're kidding.
Some players.
was already in there.
He's
So-
got,
Yeah,
he's got some ability.
It was
Will
Willem
Drew. He's got a bit
was,
about him.
It was pretty
He does.
agreed that the only reason he didn't play more was his tank.
His tank.
Yeah, he wasn't fit enough
So
to
yeah,
play
he's
full-time mid.
built it in the off season, has he?
Well, he's improved it.
He's been running with the boys.
With
Well,
Willem.
he's 21 years old, mate.
Willem Drew's just taking him under his arm.
The
21
Will
years
Drew
old.
fitness cycle.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, so just say your top 5 in order.
Yeah. So Caleb Daniel, who I would have ahead of Dylan Moore now if I redid it, to be honest.
Yeah.
JHF at 3, Baz Smith at 2, and Jack McRae at 1.
Yeah, okay. I've got Moore 5, Horn Francis 4, McRae 3, Daniel 2, Baz 1.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear mine?
So we're in agreement on Baz.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, come on.
I've got Jeremy Cameron 1,
Oh,
Sean Manor at 2,
yeah.
Hogues at 3,
Yeah.
And that's probably it. Oh, Keezer.
Keezer?
In at
Absolutely
4.
Keezer.
And then last but not least, I'm just looking through this list to find some other cult hero. Kyle Langford.
Oh, Jesus.
The meme team, eh?
Yep.
All right.
Fair enough.
All draft winners.
I think Kyle Langford at 5 is a pretty good place to call that one.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's it for our debates.
Yeah, it's just a bit.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a bit of a warm
up, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Have
Which
a bit
is
of a
obviously needed, to be honest.
Well,
my apologies.
gee, I mean, I messed up my rucks. You had about 5 blokes included twice. But look, it's early. It's pre-season.
Sinking 30 or sinking 24. I don't know.
It's pre-season for everyone.
Dave rolls into round 1 with 3 Jai Simpkins in his forward line.
Yeah, far out.
Oh, so look, there's a little bit to come for
Yeah.
us in pre-season. So now that the debates are done, of course, now we can get into some actual footy.
Yeah.
So match sims are starting, I believe, over the weekend, which I'm not sure if they're fully televised.
Is the All-Stars game this weekend?
Yes, so that's
Saturday.
on this weekend,
Yeah.
and then you'll see some actual match sims where they're not playing 44 players from the same team.
Yeah.
You're picking, say, 26,
Okay.
maybe a squad of 30, and then they're playing an actual team.
Yeah, cool. That's
So
good.
when we get some, and guys will get scores from that. We'll get some time on ground, points per minute, rolls.
The Twitter
We'll get 'em-
nerds will be on the stats,
Oh,
right?
absolutly.
Write it up.
Yeah, I'll be on
Twitter
the
Kings.
stats as well.
Sorry, Kings. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
All right,
That's a
mate.
bit rough.
Um,
Look at us. Have a look at us.
Yeah,
Twitter
making an
nerds.
AFL fantasy
So
podcast.
we'll have some actual numbers and rolls to go by for the match sims, which after that we'll do a bit of a wash up of those.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into some actual rankings where we work together and agree on something a little more concrete.
Yeah.
And we'll come back with a pod for each position, I think, when the pre-season games are actually happening, which is probably around where you're going to have serious draft season. And the aim will be to get some free rankings out.
That'd be cool.
To, help you out in your draft. Or, listen to some of today's pod.
They might help
completely sabotage your draft.
Sabotage your draft.
Yeah, send it to one of your mates that doesn't know anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's just sending it to me.
Classic. All right, so we'll get on to that next weekend. And
Yeah.
it's going to be good to have footy back. I'm ready for it now.
No, absolutely. I'm very keen, very keen.
Yeah.
Well, this has been good fun, guys. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers,
Cheers,
boys.
boys.
Right.
On to the next.
All right.
See you guys.
See you, legends.